guys, it's up Shadow here and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, what are we going to do today? We're gonna finish some things. And mainly we want to finish this, the double doors on both sides. And then we're gonna move on to the tower, so to speak, the cockpit, which is also not quite finished yet. And I aim to finish both of these things today, if possible. We'll see if that's even a possibility. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We shall see. We just have to check. How did this work? Yes, like this. So yeah, I think last time we talked about that we probably gonna have another set of doors at the front side of the ship. So basically we have two entrances, one in the back, which is more like the passenger entrance, and then more an entrance to the front, which is for the pilots and the crew, so to speak, so we can get in quickly and fly off, which I think is an important quality for a ship, you know, that it just can take off in a quick succession, so to speak, in a very quick manner. So because I hate that if you want to get in a ship and then you have to like navigate through 15 corridors before you get to the cockpit. And I just decided I don't want to place lamps yet, because this time around, for this ship in particular, I want to be very precise with my lighting. You know? Because oftentimes, when I build lights, I kinda get lost and I cannot really identify which lights are for what anymore. And this time around, I want to make this more clear, so, you know, so I can set lighting strengths and radiuses based on the room they're in, and for that we have to kind of do it all in one go, in my opinion, so that it works better, in my opinion. So right now, oh, that's the wrong way around. I'm an idiot. Let's see. That's the way. Yes. That's more like it. Let me get the doors. Hold the door. The sliding door, that is. Wait, there's something is weird. Oh. Hold on. I'm doing a wrong. I'm doing a wrong. A wrong one. Right? I'm missing something. Oh, I think I see what the problem is. I was kind of confused there by my own building style. Happens every once in a while. You know, when you don't play for a week and you go back and look at things, sometimes you're like, what the hell was I thinking here? Why did I do it like that? But now I remember. Of course, we also need to do this. So it actually makes sense, the whole design. Yes, now it's... Yeah. Okay, I got it. I know. That's the design that we had. Now it makes sense. And now we can also place the doors like on the other side, so we have a space in between for the lights. If we ever get to that point that we place the lights, which will be like during the interior decoration. I'm not sure if at the beginning or at the end. I guess the beginning would be more useful, since without lights it's a bit stupid to decorate, although, you know, we have a flashlight. That's not the problem, but also I was thinking, if we start decorating the interior, we should also hook this ship up to our base station, to the space station, so we can take stuff out from the inventory system and that means we don't have to kind of fly back and forth to get our components, which would be very, very useful indeed, right? I think last time I also debated if I should continue the slope of the doors up here. You know, make one of these corner blocks here and then one of these. Basically continue the slope further up. I think right now that's okay. Maybe we'll change it later, I don't know. But I think right now I'm satisfied with that. Alright, so let's move to the front, where some more changes are waiting for us. Let me see. So I think one of the first things I said, or one of the last things actually in the video, in the previous video, was that I would want to change the way this part looks, right? Because I said I didn't like doorways that sit on a corner like that, so it would make sense to kind of space these out a little bit. Now, if we want to make it super symmetrical, we can see after, on this side, after this wall here, there's a 2 space gap. So if we do this the same on this side, that means we would build it like so. Which means we would have a lot more space. Right? If we just, let me just remove these, just to kind of visualize how much space we'll get. And the door is gonna be here, right? Although we don't get too much space because we need the double doors like that for the airlock. Right? Oh, wait. My brain is kinda... Let me think. Do I want to have... maybe something like this, but then I would have to change this room, which will be a pain in the arse. No. No, I think we're gonna leave it at double doors here in the front. In the front, you know, where the crew enters and exits, it doesn't have to be that fancy with a light and stuff. So I think that is good enough. Now let me cut those away. And get those put on. Yes, indeed. And now what I also want to do is to make this slope happening, because then this will surely be airtight. Otherwise, this is not going to work. And what I also want, you know, if I can prevent it, there's some parts of the ship where I really like these kind of sloped corners like that. And I think especially here, where the entrance is going to be, it's going to be a very important part to have these slopes. Right? Makes everything a little bit more friendly. Let's see. Okay. Wonderful. Let me just jump in the weld ship real quick and give this whole thing a weld. I'm right now, you know what? Let's make it like this, so it has the same thickness as this part over here, which would make it a little bit more sturdy at that part, which is nice. Yeah, this is gonna be good. We're gonna do it like that. Right. Oh, actually, let me install the doors already. Gonna do these doors as well. There we go. Let's see if we can weld all of this. This pizzazz. Alright, looks good. Is this fully welded or is there something missing? Fully welded. Beautiful. Don't destroy my welders again, please. Please! Game! Could you be nice for once? Oh! that was my solar panel, but I think it's still... Yeah, it's still there. Good. Very good. It's gonna be easier to weld as soon as we get another level on top. So we can get there from a bit up higher. Meaning we will not fly into the rest of the ship as much as we do now. Okay. Wonderful. Alright, let's back up a little bit. Now is where the interesting part will start. Slowly but surely. First of all, let's just add, at least in the inner part here, let's add another layer here. Right? Something like that. Also, why didn't I do it like this? I wonder. That's fine. It's fine. It works like that, I think. Like so. Oh, there's another one of these. I think at least we'll have to make it this high. And then at the top, where the ceiling is gonna go, we need to think about how this is going to look. It's going to be a flat ceiling. Is it going to be like a little bit slopey? I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll have to decide that on the fly, basically. On the fly with our jetpack. Okay. In space, nobody can hear your bad puns. Alright, let's see. Add this, and then we also need to add the glass. At least a second layer. Otherwise, if we only have one layer of glass there, it's going to be very hard to actually steer the ship visually. You know what I mean? Because our cockpit is on an elevated position there. So it needs at least one glass in front of it, right? I mean, more would probably be better. Probably a height of 3. And also there's still a gap here because I want to put in a shit ton of batteries here. That's still a project ongoing. Alright, let's see. What kind of glass do we need? We need... No, it's not called glass. It's called windows, obviously. It is made out of glass, but that's not the same. 1x2 slopes. That's what we need. No, that's a flat window. That's not... Slope. There we had it. 1x2 slope. Now we have to check that we kind of put it... Oh, we need girders. Give me all your girders. Doesn't it sound like a Swedish word to you? Girders! I think I said that before, didn't I? Sometimes I feel like an old uncle. Or like an old granddad. Every time somebody mentions a thing, I'm... Oh, did I tell you the story of... you know? Sometimes I feel that way. Do we put that together the right way? I think so. Alright. Is there even another way to put this together? No. No, not really. There's only one way. There is only one way. There we go. And... last piece, this level, inverted. There we go. All right, let's get welding. There we go. So now, I was just thinking, what could I talk about? Because welding is boring, right? And right now, what I'm doing is next to Space Engineers, of course. I finished Mad Max, as you might have seen. But I'm still playing it. I'm not recording it because now it's getting into the tedious parts. Mainly I'm trying to get 100% Steam achievements, right? And 99% of those achievements are piss easy. I'm serious. I mean, even there's like one achievement where you have to do a def run. At every def run location you need to have one def run with an Archangel in legendary time. These are so piss easy. I think there's only one def run where I had to try twice. Because the first time I kind of fucked it up. It was really more my own mistake than it was the difficulty. I really tried something stupid and I fucked up. And yeah, I think it's 49 achievements. I have 48 right now. And I had them pretty much after, like 1 or 2 days after I finished the game. Now I'm on the last achievement, and on paper this doesn't sound too crazy. But in actuality it's pretty fucking huge. It's complete all non-repeating challenges of the game. You know, in the game there's like some challenges. For example, destroy 5 vehicles on foot, while you're on foot. Most of them you will actually get during the playthrough, if you kind of diversify your gameplay, if you're not only driving around in a car, you know, if you're doing some melee combat, and if you're doing some shooting with different weapons, you won't get most of them, I thought. The problem is, some of them depend on the equipment of your car. And one of them is kind of shitty. It involves, you have to kill people with so-called border spikes. I'm just trying to explain it, just in case you haven't seen the Mad Max stuff. Border spikes is like big spikes you put on your vehicle, and if somebody jumps on your vehicle, they die. Because they jump into spikes, because they're crazy that way. And normally, the challenge is like, kill 20 people with boarding spikes. That's easy, you think. The problem is, if you play through the game and completed it to that level that I have completed it, you basically cleared all the regions of enemies. There's still enemies in those regions, but far lesser numbers. And even less enemies that actually jump on your vehicle. Some even said it's a trophy you cannot do if you finish the game 100%, which is not 100% true. Because apparently you have to wait until nightfall, and then apparently the buzzards, which are these night folks, they have boarding vehicles. But that means I have to now wait in-game for a long time until I can even start to do this challenge. And there's a shit ton of challenges. And I really mean that, a shit ton. There's a huge amount of challenges in that game. So yeah, it will take me a lot of time. It is really, really crazy. The game is absolutely fantastic. I loved it, every second of it. But because I do want to do all the achievements and whatnot, yeah, it doesn't suck. It's just very, very tedious to do this last achievement, and I cannot leave it alone, not like that. And also I made the mistake of buying another game, which will consume hours of my life. And it will consume a lot of time until I even understand how the frickin' game works. I bought myself Europa Universalis 4, which is a strategy game, like a big strategy game, which is hugely complicated. And I did like one game, I had 8 hours for that game, and only to figure out that what I did was the most stupidest thing you could do on your first playthrough. Because, you know, in this game you basically choose a nation from Europe, and if you have the DLC from other regions of the world, and you start in like 1444, and you're just trying to develop your nation. There's no win condition, there's some losing conditions, but there's no effective win condition like in Civilizations. So you just try. And my first instinct was, hey, as a beginner, you might want to choose like a starting country that only has like one province, so it's very easy to manage. And apparently that's the complete wrong way to do it, because if you choose like a small country, you're basically food for the other countries if you're not very, very clever. So yeah, I basically spent 8 hours building up my shit, and then I even did a worse mistake. I chose a Native American country, which are basically behind the technology for a whole game, and when the European settlers come over, they just eat you if you're not prepared. So that's what happened. 8 hours later, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, I'm like one of the best countries on this the continent, and suddenly there's like, hello, I'm France, I'm going to eat you now, nom. And yeah, that was a great game. Alright, back to space. Now, I just see we made a mistake here. We shouldn't have built this, because we need to basically destroy it now. Also, we need to get some air. Air! Oh, stop. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. Thank you. Phew. Okay. So let's start add another layer. I'm now completely convinced I want to have 4 layers of glass. I'm now convinced. 3 layers, sorry. Oh, frickin' T-key! I hate you with all my passion. You see? Who invented that key? Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't always in Space Engineers. I'm pretty sure that's a feature that came in one of the late, not the latest update, but with one of the last few. Alright. There we go. So, now, we'll have to check how we're going to do this. I guess basically we're gonna just have to at least delete that. We basically have to delete most of this stuff up here, but we're just gonna delete this for now. And this. Like that. Same here, of course. Alright. Here we go. Oh! That was a mistake. Is this all of the normal blocks? Yes, it is. So let's get the slopes. No, it's not, because I am bad at looking at things. Ow! Also bad at flying jetpacks and driving cars. It's actually a lot of things that I'm bad at. I should rather make a list of what I'm good at. That's a way shorter list. Alright. Jesus. I can just imagine how I would be in space with a jetpack. I would just fly around in like 5 minutes. I would hit my head somewhere, fall unconscious, and just float into space. That's my fate, basically. That's what's going to happen. Okay, another round of welding. Yeah. Let's go. So, more story time. Don't know if we want to call this story time, but I was trying to decide what I'm going to do right now with the free video slots that I have for because Mad Max, of course, is finished, and so is Far Cry 5, which I'm also playing right now on the Infamous difficulty. It's actually not that difficult. If you're stealthy, it's a very easy game if you're stealthy. That's just a fact. And right now I'm trying to decide what I'm going to... Whoa! Shit! Not again. Ugh. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to play, because right now the next game that I have really planned to make some videos about, depending if it's actually going to be a good game, which is still not sure. That's the wrong way around. The next game that I wanted to play, which is not 100% sure yet because I don't know how it's going to be, is Fallout 76. If it looks like it could be a passable game, then I'd be happy to play it. But until then, I don't want to start some random series just to quit it halfway through again. So I'm gonna double up some series. Which one? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's the Divinity Original Sin could be quite interesting, because I just want to play the game more. And I'm not sure about Space Engineers, because I actually like the pace of Space Engineers right now. I really do. And also, you know, it's always, if you give it a week, there's more chances of updates. If you do twice a week, then the feeling of not getting updates might even be worse than right now. So, oh, I only have one computer left? Really? And not enough. All right. And of course, I started Skyrim VR, which I'm still very critical towards this game. I do not doubt that it could be very fun, but you need mods to make it fun. And that was not necessarily the case with the base game Skyrim. I can still play the base game. I actually played the base game twice, completely, to get all the achievements in the normal and the special edition, because normal and special editions have separate Steam achievements. Yeah, so, you know. So yeah, I completed the game once again on completely unmodded game, and it was fun. On the other hand, in VR, it's kind of like, meh. It's so weird, especially the melee system is what really bugs me in that game. You know, because I start to compare it to other VR games, and when it comes to melee system, I always go to Gorn. And I'm like, yeah, it's not Gorn, so it's not that fun. Because Gorn, even as simple as that game is, it has a fantastic way of interacting with opponents with melee weapons. And I just found out I didn't place the slopes, which is kind of an oversight. So yeah, I'll have to check where Skyrim is going right now. I think mods will make it a lot more fun, especially the magic mods I have installed. Because I'm still convinced that the best way to play Skyrim VR is either Stealth Archer or Mage. And since I play a Stealth Archer like 90% of the time I play Skyrim, I decided not to do that for this time. Okay, so now is where the design is going to change. It has to change. Now the question is, can we achieve a awesome looking ship by doing slopes like that? No, wait, this will not work, right? Let me just try to figure this out. Yeah, no, see, there's a block here that we do not have. We just don't have that block. You know what I mean? We have like one inward corner, and that's this. And that will work on this side, but not on this side. So that is not an option. So what I tend to do in these situations, and again, I need to delete those, is to do like an overhanging design. Let me just give you a little example. So, actually, let me just... That's this. Alright, so what I will try to do is something like that. You see where this is going? With the quote-unquote overhanging design? Something like that. And then having the slope continue somewhere along these lines. Or rather, actually, we will have to do this kind of slope, because otherwise it's not going to be compatible with the windows. But we need to really design this well, otherwise it will look shit. And I think we have to design it from the front. Yeah, we really need to think about this now. So, I think the overhanging part, it shouldn't be too much. Either 1 or 2 blocks. Let's just go with 1 for now. And then the overhanging slope is gonna start here, right? Which means it goes like this. And then T key is activated because it's stupid. There we go. Like this. 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 Huh? Huh? Oh! Ha! That actually fits quite well. You see where this is going? So, from the inside, you will have this slightly, like, you know, like soldiers in the Middle Ages who had these armored caps with the rim around it. Something like that. I always think if I do it like that. So that's the thought behind it. You know, there's kind of if there's an attack from above, they cannot just directly fire at the windows. There's a little rim around it that make it a tiny little bit more difficult to do so. So at least that's the thought here. But yeah, we'll see. We'll continue the... oops, that's wrong. Continue the slope. Now the question is, how far do we want the slope to go? We could just make it straight here, or we could say we want the slope to go all around. I actually think it would be cooler to end the slope right here. I think. Like that. Yeah, okay. I think this works. Hopefully. Oops, that's the wrong block. Let me just at least put all the blocks in position. this. Ta-da. Then 2 blocks this way, 1 block this way, 2 block this way, one, oh, whoops, that's right, 1 block this way, 2 blocks this way, and we're done. Also, let's get rid of those. Oops, there we go. Accidentally deleting stuff. Let me get those slopes. Did I put these? Yeah, we did on the other side. Good. So I think with this time we'll just leave it with this, with the construct, the scaffolding, the wireframe, whatever you want to call it, of the roof. And I guess there will be some more parts on top of it also. Oh wait. Yeah, before we actually do this, we have to raise this roof as well. One more level before we actually do that. And I guess we're also gonna close this roof at this level. Oh, almost forgot that. That would have been not super awkward because we could have welded that from the inside, but if we can do it with the weld ship already, then we'll do that, right? So let me just put all the blocks around it in position, so we can weld as much as possible next time with one go. Yeah, something like that. And then, you know, we can still do some more decorations, like have like inside a little slopey thingy that makes it a bit more decorative. But I think this works. Right? Right. Okay, time for preview image. Gonna have a good look of this cockpit. Something like that. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. Right. Oh, wait. I'll not finish right. Oops, that's wrong. This and that. We do not finish until we have placed all the slopes. I just want to be able to weld next time without thinking. So we have to place the slopes first. There we go. And oop! Done. Failed and done. There we go. Right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.